Hi, this is Zoe. I'm a natural health business working with New Life International. And today, what I'm going to share about is the question about what does food poisoning say about you? So, yeah, it's kind of a strange question, isn't it? I mean, food poisoning is food poisoning. What has food poisoning have to say anything about me? Um, so I decided to talk about this because last Sunday my friend brought some kueh lada that was gifted to her by someone else. So there were about 5 or 6 pieces, and then she gave to a group of us. And after eating that, about 2 hours later, my tummy felt a bit uncomfortable, and so I actually texted her and I asked, so, are you okay? All our friends okay? And she said, yeah, they are totally fine. So, apparently, I was the only one who had the reaction. And so I was thinking, is it the food? Is it something that I ate earlier? And I usually do detox. So what's wrong, right? And it actually reminded me of um, a nutrition class I had about 2 years ago. And in that class, we were talking about Singaporeans going overseas to Indonesia, to Vietnam, to Hong Kong, to Thailand, and eating street food and getting sick, and drinking their water and getting sick, and saying that how weak we are in terms of health. Just a little bit of tainted contamination, bacteria, and we fall sick. And so I was one of those who thought that hey, a little bit of dirty food is fine because it helps build the immune system. And that seemed to be quite a common misconception. And so I asked the teacher, and she said, well, it's like this, right? If you're used to eating clean food, your water is generally clean, and so your body is generally healthy. Makes sense, right? You don't put in any toxins inside your body. And so when your body encounters um, contaminated food, bacteria, whatever that's undesirable in the food, it reacts to expel it. So when someone is having food poisoning because of the food that the person eats, immediately there is like diarrhea, vomiting, because the body is reacting to expel it. And she said what happened to most of the maybe locals elsewhere who are so used to all this food is that after a while the body is just insensitized to it. And so they consume it and the body doesn't react to any of it. It just stays inside the body. So it kind of turned my whole idea about immunity and food poisoning upside down, and I realized it's not about the immunity system. It's about when we have food poisoning and the reactions of diarrhea and vomiting, they are what we call healing reactions, because after you do that, you don't do that on a prolonged basis. You actually do that and then you feel better because you're expelling it. Your body is trying to get rid of it. And so I thought back about my kueh lada, and I was thinking, how come I'm the only one who had the reaction? And I think part of the reason is that because um I'm quite conscientious about drinking my fiber drink, so I sweep the colon floor of my body every day, and I do coffee enema to expel the toxins every um, alternate day, which is about 3 to 4 times a week. So my body, is relatively, I believe my body is relatively free from toxins. And so the moment I eat something that may not be, I'm not sure, may not doesn't agree with me, my body reacts immediately, and that is actually quite reassuring. So, what does food poisoning say about you? I think food poisoning, whether you react or not, actually tells you how sensitive your body is to toxins. And the symptoms of food poisoning, though very uncomfortable, is actually a good sign that your body is expelling all these toxins. Yeah, so this is my sharing for today, and I hope you find it useful. If you do, please leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next video I'll be making soon, I hope.